All right, everyone, welcome to our first test podcast of Cambridge politics. So we've been having some crazy stuff happening in the world with tariffs and Donald Trump and World War III, and basically we want to just weigh in on it. Personally, I like Trump. I think what he's doing for the United States is something that needs to get done. Things need to shake up, and obviously my colleague here does not agree with me. He's an idiot for it, but whatever.
Actually, I
Uh,
wouldn't say I don't agree. It's how do I put it? It's politics, right? Like at the end of the day, these guys are going to do what they want to do. I think it's left to us individuals not to divide each other just because of certain people on top, right? So politics can be very divisive. You know what I mean? Like people who are Team Trump don't like people that are not Team Trump, and vice versa. So it's one of those things where not that you don't like a certain person, you just don't like the idea behind people around what they stand for. I think he's doing what's best for the United States. He was voted in, right? So by majority, who am I to say he's a bad person or a good person? I just understand that it's politics. 4 years from now, he's going to be gone and somebody else is going to come in. So, yeah.
well, I mean, some argue that maybe he might change legislation and might do a third term.
Yeah. Hey, if the Supreme Court allows it, why not? If it becomes legal, sure.
So I guess the question is, do you like him enough to become a U.S. citizen since he wants to make us the 51st state?
I like
You
Canada.
like him that
I like
much?
Canada. I'm good. I'm good where I am. Canada's been good to me. I've, it's Canada's been good to me and my family. So I can only speak for myself being here. I don't know why anyone would want to become a United States citizen, being that we have free healthcare here. But again, that's open to interpretation for other people to think about. But for me, I'm comfortable where I am. I don't think I want to become American. Nothing against the Americans. Love them, love the country. It's amazing. But I love being Canadian. I am Canadian.
I look at it like this: the tariffs we have, not the tariffs, the taxes we pay though. I think that's what's crazy. If you look at the tax bracket and just even the middle class that we have in Canada, it's almost non-existent because to your point, the free healthcare, quote unquote, is not really free. We just are taxed like crazy if you compare ourselves to New York, Florida, or Texas, where they have like little to no taxes. So do you really think that's free healthcare? Like it's debatable. And then we have a lot of programs that are incentivized to have people to not motivate themselves to actually work. I have private properties and there's no incentive for the person that I'm trying to evict to even pay. So yes, we have a great system here, but the system is highly predicated on individuals that don't necessarily have to contribute.
Okay, here's a counter argument to that, right? Do we have do we have the level of homeless people as a place like New York or California or most of these, so to speak, democratic states in the US, right? Do we have that level of poverty that you see in the US, like in Baltimore or places like that? So it all, at the end of the day, I think it evens out. There's no better form of government. I think it just works for us. What we have in Canada works for us. I know it's not perfect, but I'll be honest with you. When you look at crime statistics, the number of people that are in jail, so many factors, the number of people who don't have enough to feed their family, the number of people who don't have free healthcare, everything just comes back to, is it really worth it? Because as a Canadian citizen, whether or not you like it, at least you're safe. You and I can drive to Jane and Finch at night, like regardless of what they say about that neighborhood or other neighborhoods, Galloway or anything, and we're okay. It's not like we're gonna get popped. There's some neighborhoods in the US that you can't, I'm sorry, you can't even walk there. You know what I mean? So it's a give and take. I hear the people's arguments about it, but at the end of the day, I look at it like you can't have a perfect society. Because the moment you say you
True.
want to join the US, then what happens? then we give up everything that we're working for as a country, like everything we know as Canada just ceases to exist. What happens to our healthcare? What happens to crime statistics? What happens to our gun laws? So everybody now is now carrying guns, and what happens? So it works. The way I see it, it works for the U.S. It doesn't work for us, and vice versa. What we have here won't work for them, and that's my argument on it.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
And this concludes our first podcast. This is a test. We're just trying to get the cadence going, get used to each other, and our quality, audio, sound, everything like that. So thank you for joining. And my name's Kevin. And
My name's Jai.
right. Subscribe.
Talk to you guys soon.
More stuff. Peace.
Peace.